this video is sponsored by Best No Copyright Music. I'm often asked where I get the music from for my videos. The answer used to be a whole bunch of places, but now I get it all from one place. It's Best No Copyright Music. Link to their channel in the description. Hey, what's up everybody? Galaxy S23 season continues, and today I've got an unboxing and hands-on with 3 of Samsung's official cases. I've got the clear case for the S23 Plus, I've got the silicone case for the S23 Plus here in this orange color, and I've got 2 colors in the leather case. I've got the black and the camel. So let's get started. So let's start with the clear case. How about that? So here's how the box looks like. Clear case, S23 Plus, Samsung branding. On the bottom, on the back, you've got some information here. It is closed with a little sticker seal here. On the bottom, on the top, a couple of those sticker seals. So gonna have to either peel those off or tear these open. It's up to you. I mean, I'm gonna be keeping this case. So even if I don't use it all the time, I think I always wanna have at least one clear case. And open it up. Got a little insert here that is folded up, probably some instructions, and hopefully we don't need instructions for putting on a clear case. And you've got this little QR code on the bottom. You can just peel that right off. And the case itself, very straightforward, very simple. No texture or anything. It is a hard material all the way around the back and the sides. And you see you've got some cutouts there for the camera lenses and for the flash, as well as the microphone at the top. And you have some plastic to cover the buttons here, also hard. And so again, very, very straightforward. On the side here it says designed by Samsung, made in China. On the bottom it is open. So let's throw on our cream S23 Plus onto this one. See how it looks. I'm always worried about damaging the metal chassis at all with these plastic cases, but you know, it's gonna look how you would expect it to look. It's a clear plastic case. There's no rubber TPU, so hopefully that should minimize any yellowing you get with a cheaper case. And the phone looks pretty much how it does without the case, except with some clear plastic covering it. Is it slippery? Yeah, it's slippery. It kind of turns the phone into more of a kind of a glossier finish there. So this is gonna be a little bit slippery, but there is a lip here. So there is some protection for sure for the face of the phone. You could put the phone down, face down, and not have to worry about anything like that. So pretty straightforward case here. Here's the cutout on the top for the microphone. And on the bottom, here's how the cutouts look. Got your speaker there on the left side. Let me turn it this way. The speaker's on the right side. USB-C port, microphone, SIM tray. So all the cutouts look how they should. Phone looks pretty good. This cream color is pretty nice, I think. I would have preferred like a full-on gold because this silver chassis, or the metal chassis, looks silver in some light. But I like it when it looks gold in other light, kind of a champagne gold. Nice phone. Testing out the buttons on the clear case. Perfectly clicky, the power button. No problems there. And now testing the volume. Volume buttons are perfect as well. Tactile, clicky, no strange resistance of any kind, perfect. So last thing I'll check here, test out some wireless charging. We've got our Samsung fast wireless charger here, and with the case on, put the phone onto here, and you see that wireless charging works just fine. So that is the clear case for the Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus. So next I'm going to take a look at the silicone cover case for the S23 Plus. I got this one in orange. I'm not sure if that's the official color for it, but anyway, same type of packaging here. You've got your Samsung branding on the bottom. It says Silicone Case Galaxy S23 Plus. On the top, it says Silicone Case on the side. silicone case on the side as well. I'm not sure I showed you on the clear case. It also just says clear case on each side. Bottom nothing, top nothing, and it is packaged the same way. You've got these stickers here on each side to seal the box, and on the bottom, one bigger sticker to seal it there. So I'll try to be a little bit more careful with this one. I'm not sure if I'm keeping this case. I think I'm gonna like the color at least. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the silicone cases over the leather ones. They're nice, don't get me wrong. They're really nice, and they sometimes come in some really cool, fun colors. So once again, a booklet that you're not going to read. And this one came with this little sort of packaging, almost like wax paper on the top to protect it. That's nice. And then you had this little box here that the case fit over. And it's kind of a muted orange. I don't know if it comes across brighter on the box. I'm looking at the viewfinder. I think it does a decent job of showing you the color of this case. I don't know, it's hard to describe it a little bit. It's kind of a little bit like a mango color, but it's definitely orange and it's nice. So let's see how it looks. But first of all, on the inside it says designed by Samsung, made in China. And once again, you've got this little QR code that you can peel off. And on the side here, you've got covers there for your volume rocker and your power button. On the top, cut out for your microphone. This side, of course, nothing. And this case is covered on the bottom. And you've got the cutout, of course, for your speaker grill, for USB-C port as well. So let's throw this one on. Also using our cream S23 Plus, and it slips right on very nicely. You can kind of see the metal chassis. You can see the very edges of the metal chassis from the front. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. I think it looks nice. I'm sure if you catch that on camera, you can see on the edges there, you can see part of that metal chassis. Otherwise, the orange kind of shows very uniformly around the phone. Here's how it looks on the side. And on this side. On the back, you see the metal rings around the camera lenses. Looks nice. If I set the phone down like that, you see the cutouts are perfect, very uniform. You see the cutout there for the flash. Just looks real nice. You got Samsung branding here on the bottom. You've got a bit of a lip, which is good. So once again, there's some protection there. You can kind of drop the phone down, face down. You should be fine. Well, I say drop, not from too far a height, or you're probably still gonna break the screen. But testing out the buttons here. Power button, nice and clicky, no problems there. Volume buttons, I haven't set up my widgets here on the front yet through K-Widget. Volume buttons, perfect, nice and clicky. No problems there, no extra resistance than you should be feeling otherwise without the case. So everything working fine. Last check is with wireless charging. Let's try that. Wireless charging with the silicone case on. No problems at all. Showing the case, the phone with the case, sorry, the case with the phone in it again from some different angles. Just in case you wanted to see that. There it is. Looks pretty good, I think. Very nice case. This is gonna turn some heads. And I don't think in any negative ways. People will be like, oh, that's a cool color case. And then they're gonna see the camera arrangement. And if they are strictly iPhone people, they may wonder what phone it is. If they're tech people, they're gonna be like, cool, you've got the new S23. Here's how it looks on the bottom. Cutouts again, done very well. Speaker grill, your microphone, and your USB-C port. I'm also just gonna show you real quick how the Botanic Green S23 Plus looks with this orange silicone case, because why not? Exactly how you expect it to look. Looks as it did with the cream color, except you can't see the metal chassis quite as pronounced because it is a darker color and blends in with the screen. So if I turn it to different angles, you can see the metal chassis, the edges of it there. Otherwise, you're not gonna notice it as much on this color device. And here's how it looks on the back. Again, this is the Botanic Green. And I don't think anybody's gonna be able to really tell what color phone you've got with this case on, because the metal chassis itself is more of like a dark gunmetal. So you see how it looks here on the bottom. Perhaps they'll be able to tell if they look at the bottom, and they're really well versed in the S23 color line. This is how it looks in the Botanic Green. A couple more angles for you there. All right, and up next we've got the leather case from Samsung. Last but certainly not least, typically my favorite official case every year, whether it's Samsung's for the S lineup or Apple's with the iPhone lineup. Let's start with the black one, and the box is exactly like the other cases, the Samsung branding on the bottom. You know the deal by now. It says leather case, Galaxy S23 Plus on the top. On the sides, it says leather case, and you've got the two stickers on either side at the top and the bigger one at the bottom. I'll peel from the top again, and as we pull out the case, here's how it looks. Beautiful, nice textured leather. Let's give it the smell test in honor of Flossie Carter. All right, yeah, that's some genuine leather right there. You can see the leather, very natural texture there, not completely smooth. It's pretty smooth, not completely. And by the way, I forgot to mention grippiness on the silicone case. As you can imagine, pretty good. It's probably going to be the grippiest. In fact, it will be the grippiest of all of these cases here. Some people like that, some people don't. Some people feel like it could get kind of unexpectedly caught when they think it's going to be sliding, or that it can pick up a little bit of lint, things like that. But if you want grippiness, go with the silicone case. Second will be this leather case. It's a little bit slippery, but not as much as the clear case. Let's take a look around it. You got your cutouts for the camera lenses. You've got one for the flash. On the side here, you've got your buttons for the volume and for the power. Now, are these metal buttons or are they plastic? I'm honestly not sure. I think that they are plastic, but on the bottom here, Samsung branding, kind of debossed in there, and then you've got a cutout on the top there for your microphone, and on the bottom. So this, like the silicone cover, is kind of covered all the way, and cutouts only where they are needed. Let's first check this out with the cream colored S23 Plus. I thought this was going to be a nice combination. I mean, everything's gonna match that you see here, but I was kind of thinking maybe some gold shining through, maybe a champagne gold color from the metal chassis along with black leather would look real nice. And here you can see very pronounced, very obvious, the metal chassis of this device in the cream color. You can see that, and you can see when I turn this around, the metal rings that surround the camera lenses. You also see those very clearly, very pronounced. This is a really cool, this is a really stylish case right here. Real nice. I think this is gonna have a way of turning heads without really like calling too much attention still, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's black. So real nice case here. I think this is definitely one of the winning combinations. If you've got the cream S23 or S23 Plus, I think you're gonna wanna strongly consider this black leather case. Again, nice grip. There's a bit of a lip. Got a lip here. I wanna say that it might not be quite as pronounced a lip as it is on the silicone case, but it's there nonetheless. I feel completely confident putting the phone face down like that. It's not gonna touch the screen. So let's take a look at the bottom here, the cutouts. You see the cutouts for the speaker grill, and you see the one for your microphone there, and for the USB-C port, camera lenses and flash. And on the top, the cutout for the microphone. Everything looks a-okay. Button test, perfect. Let's take a look at the volume. Volume buttons, perfect. All of these align perfectly that we've tried. Looks real nice, feels nice. And lastly, let's try wireless charging. Make sure wireless charging works with these cases. And as you can see, as usual, no problems there. Inside of the case, nice and velvety. As you can see here, it says designed by Samsung, made in China. And you've got your your QR code sticker, as you typically do. And I want to show you that this velvety material does not extend to the sides. On the sides, it looks like it's just the inside of the leather. I don't know if you can see that there. So on the inside here, it's just straight up leather. But on the back side is where you have that velvety material, and that is the case all the way around this phone. I'm gonna throw on the Botanic Green just to see how that looks on this black leather case for you guys. And you see that's a lot more stealthy there. Does not stand out as much. You cannot see the metal chassis quite as pronounced on the front and on the back. The camera rings, you can see them of course shining, but they're definitely not as noticeable as they are with the cream colored S23 Plus, which I think looked really, really good. And of course you can't go wrong with this either. This looks real, real nice. Again, nice and stealthy. I think if I'm sticking with the cream, I think this black leather case is gonna be one that I'm gonna rock pretty often. Here's how it looks on the bottom there. Again, that metal chassis, I mean, maybe the slightest hint of green, but it looks more like a silvery sort of dark gunmetal more than it does green on there. So it's gonna blend in real nicely, and it matches either way because of course black. All right guys, and last we've got our camel colored, our brown, our more natural toned leather case for the Galaxy S23 Plus, official from Samsung. Already showed you what the box looks like. The only difference here is it's got a picture of the brown one instead of the black. Open this up. And once again, we're greeted with a beautiful leather case. Got the Samsung branding at the bottom. Smell test again. Okay, there we go. Leather smell, leather look, slightly textured, little bit slippery. Listen, I don't concern myself too much with the amount of slipperiness. I understand though that a lot of people do. Once again, the grippiest will be out of these cases, the silicone case, followed by these leather cases, and most slippery will definitely be the clear case, that plastic one that I showed you at the beginning. Take this out of the insert here, and we've got our leather case in camel. So this is kind of a muted dark tan or light brown, depending on how you want to describe it. But again, a very natural color for leather. On the inside, as mentioned, designed by Samsung in China. On the bottom, the edges here, the sides on the inside are leather. Feels like they just hardened it up on the side there, and it's just it's the same leather material that's on the back. While the inside of the back here, of course, you've got that more velvety material. Starting with the cream. All right, this is how it looks. Again, you can see that metal chassis shining on the edges. Maybe not as big of a contrast as it is with the black, but here you go nonetheless. And on the back, this is how it looks. Absolutely cannot go wrong with this combination, obviously. Brown leather, the cream phone. At times silvery, at times more of a gold shine to the metal chassis, and that includes the gold rings on the bottom. Cutouts are fine there. Here's how it looks on the bottom. Cutouts, again, well done there. This case matches this phone perfectly, just like the black one does. Buttons, I mean, we tested these out already. They work great. Same with this tan one, the camel colored one. You see that lip that I mentioned on the black version of this. Drop that. Wireless charging, we already tested, but here it is again, working just fine. So last thing I'm gonna do here is put this brown leather case on the Botanic Green version of this phone. Botanic Green with the camel leather. See how that looks? There you go, looking good. Metal chassis not as pronounced on this darker colored phone. Here's how it looks on the back. You've got the metal rings that shine at certain angles. Obviously this combination matches just fine. And if you're looking for kind of a patina effect, I haven't noticed it that much in most of my leather cases, the recent Apple ones and the Samsung ones, but that's gonna be the brown one. If you wanna notice more aging on the leather, of course, probably not telling you something you don't already know. But if you wanna notice less aging, obviously the black one will show fewer blemishes over time. This is a real nice combination here. Beautiful phone, beautiful cases from Samsung. This has been the unboxing and hands-on of the Samsung leather cases in both black and camel, as well as the clear case, whose box I absolutely mutilated here, and of course the silicone case from Samsung. Thank you everybody for watching. If you got any questions, let me know. I'm gonna have links in the description for where you can pick up every single one of these cases, as well as the phones. And if you wanna stay updated with all of my coverage of these Samsung Galaxy S23 devices, as well as other phone accessories and other tech stuff coming up, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.